Often viewed as a humane way to see a loved one through end-of-life moments.
Well, believe it or not, the practice is no longer unique to humans. A burgeoning new industry is selling compassion for pets in a hospice environment, letting go of them in your own home. WGN's Juliana was here with that story. Julie.
You guys, it was about 20 years ago that one Chicago man really realized something was missing from his industry. He was a veterinarian, and people faced with saying goodbye to their beloved pets were doing it in a cold and impersonal doctor's office, he said, surrounded by people but feeling very alone. A vet himself, this man said there must be a better way to tackle the medical, the psychological and ethical issues. So in 1995, he ran with an idea, put an ad in the Yellow Pages, and his phone began to ring.
Come here, boy. Ready? Ready to go for a walk?
Petey, the yellow lab, is 15 and a half years old and counting. That makes this old dog one very old bird.
He's old. He's doesn't see very well.
Good boy.
His hearing seems great. He's very arthritic in his back legs and doesn't walk very well. Aside from that, he's a healthy boy.
Healthy but failing. And by the looks of his gray beard, his wobbly gait, and the depth of his labored breathing, you might think Petey is at the end of the road.
Dr. Shannon?
Not so, says Dr. Amir Shannon.
Petey, look who's here to see you.
With his black doctor's bag in hand, the veterinarian is making house calls to help people like the Linkers walk Petey and the rest of the family through these difficult final days for their dog.
Dr. Shannon came and said, I don't see a dog here that looks ready to die. I see a dog that has a lot of life and loves to be around people and still is eating and drinking.
The initial visit and assessment of the dog was $300. Phone calls and emails after that are free. Additional house calls can cost a family another $300, but they say the peace of mind they get is priceless.
Every day is a little gift with him. Dr. Shannon was a game changer for us.
And kind of come full circle to this.
Lori Norris put her dog Oliver down last summer. Kidney failure. Dr. Shannon was called in just 1 week before the end. Norris says she wouldn't trade that week at home with Oliver for anything.
It was a week we crammed full of memories and beautiful times together.
Norris now helps lead grief counseling for Dr. Shannon's practice, support groups for grieving pet owners. His sense of calm and control, his wisdom during this vulnerable time, all key to Dr. Shannon's style and meeting his clients' needs. Needs like Susan Rosano's. Last February, she said goodbye to Mason, her baby, her rescue cat of 15 years.
Within the first 15 minutes of my first meeting with Dr. Shannon, I realized that first visit was more about me than about the cat. I would say it was 75% about me and 25% about the cat.
These days, her gratitude comes in the form of running Dr. Shannon's foundation, raising money to help others afford this pet luxury that Shannon only delivers to cats and dogs. He does it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why this vet, turned author and teacher, is considered a pioneer in the industry and is often referred to as the godfather of animal hospice. One client described him this way.
Perfect mix of philosopher, ethicist, counselor, and vet. And that was the best compliment that I've ever gotten, because that is what I do.
The only thing he can't do in his role at your home, administer general anesthesia, perform surgery, or do any imaging. He admits the vast majority of animals receiving hospice end with euthanasia. Still, having it happen at home feels so right to so many who struggle to make these difficult life and death decisions for their dogs and cats.
The pain that they're experiencing is just the other side of the same coin as the love that they've shared with the animal. As you hurt, remember that you're hurting because you loved, and you were loved, and that was such a wonderful gift in any person's life.
He just makes you feel like no matter what happens, it's all going to be okay. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be okay.
Just what everybody needs to hear at that hour. Well, what about pet insurance? Can it help defer these costs? All depends on the insurance you have, Dr. Shannon says. For details about his book, the foundation or the fundraiser coming up in June, you can head to our website, WGNTV.com.
so helpful to have them come to your house and do something like that. As we were saying, we've put down cats, dogs, the whole deal, but it's a very cold environment when you do it. It's so much nicer to have that comfort.
I think
to do
so,
it at
and it
home.
really helps talk you through it. You know, there's so much everyone struggles with internally. As that one person said, 75% was about her. The rest of the conversation, about 25% was about her cat.
Yeah.
Wow.